What is good, you guys? Today we're going to be going over yesterday's trade recap. So for August 15th, it was a Friday. I didn't get to do it last night. I was feeling a little bit sick. I'm low-key not feeling great today, but we're getting this done. But yeah, so we'll get right into it. Coming into yesterday, we had prelim news at 9. My daily bias was short, and that was because of what I saw on the 1 hour time frame. We had this 1 hour fair value gap here. Oops, wrong one. That I wanted to see get filled and move lower. We had been pushing lower. We created the CISD here as well in the 1 hour. So I was pretty confident in shorts today. And as well as that, we had this drawn liquidity down here that I wanted to see us take out, and we did. So yeah, I was short for the day, but I didn't end up taking a trade until later in the day, probably around, I think, what was this? Yeah, 10:15 Central Time. This is the trade I took, and I will explain to you guys why I took this trade, what went well with the trade, what went bad, what I could have done better, etc. So yeah, I took this short a little bit later after market opened. My target was this drawn liquidity here, which was equal lows as well as data lows from prelim news we had. Now, the biggest issue I had with this trade was I wanted us to take out this drawn liquidity here first. These relative equal lows and tapping back into this fair value gap here. I really wanted to see us tap into here before going much lower, taking out this draw, but we didn't get that. At this point, whenever we created this fair value gap here, I kind of accepted that we weren't going to go much higher before taking out this draw. So I kind of just forgot about this target for now, but I still do have it marked out because this is a draw liquidity for me. Potentially next week. I don't typically do this, but I placed a limit order here for this trade. Usually I'll wait for the retracement and then the closure to enter off of that. But this time I didn't because I was really confident in this trade. As confident as I was, that was a mistake. I should not have done that. It's bad psychology. But there were two other possible entries I could have had for this trade, which is one, entering off of this rejection block here after we made this candlestick. This here, that would have been a crazy risk to reward, but probably the safest entry was on the 2-minute time frame, and it would have been off of this 2-minute inversion, tapping back into it, short positions here, stops above the high, targeting data lows. So that's a little bit less risk to reward, not very much less, but this is definitely probably the safest entry for this trade. I took a different approach. I just limit ordered this for value gap because I honestly didn't think we were going to go that far into it. I put my stop above this order block here. So above this blue candle, targeting those relative equal lows. Now, one of my followers sent me a picture and said that he got in here, okay? And his stop was above this previous high. He got wicked out, price ran straight to TP. So the reason this is invalid and this stop loss is too tight is because this right here was all accumulation, right? This chopping around. Then we manipulated higher, took all this liquidity from this accumulation, and then distributed lower, right? So it's still permissible for price to come all the way back to like here, per se. Like honestly, even price could come up to here, and that's still technically permissible, right? Because we have this order block, right? And we had this 2-minute fair value gap that still needed to be filled. So no matter where you enter inside of this accumulation or before or after it, stops should be above this previous high, okay? Like there's no reason that stops shouldn't be there because this candle here, this was the manipulation or the liquidity sweep right before going back down. Honestly, there's really just not that much to talk about for this trade. This was a pretty textbook setup for me. I definitely should not have limit ordered this trade. I should have waited for the 2-minute fair value gap entry. That was definitely safer. But I was on evaluations, so I traded this a little bit more risk on. Solid 52 points, 2 risk to reward, 2.11 risk to reward. I don't typically place trades on Fridays past like 10 o'clock, just because price action gets much slower, but the setup was there. My draw on liquidity still hadn't been taken out yet, which was these equal lows and data lows. So this is a super, super strong draw on liquidity for me. Like, in my mind, there is no world that this does not get taken out. But usually, if we don't have a draw on liquidity like that, price isn't moving clean. If it's a Friday, I'm not going to trade. At least after, an hour or two after market open. Yeah, so this is the trade. Super simple. Hope you guys learned something. I appreciate any feedback on the videos. Y'all have a good rest of your weekend.